In this video, I will share my experience and everything I know about having and raising chickens. I had a pet chicken as a child, so wanting chickens one day when I settled down was always a dream. I went through years of footage, and in doing so, it brought so many wonderful memories which gave me great joy. However, keeping this video relatively short was such a great challenge. Many videos are taken from an old phone, so excuse the quality, but it captured years of such pure moments. If you're new to this channel, we have goats, ducks and bunnies too, and in the next video I will reveal which of these animals have been my favorite, so stick around. Within every flock, chickens form a social order, often called the pecking order. This isn't about aggression so much as structure. Each bird knows her place, which reduces conflict and helps the flock feel stable. They also form friendships. If you watch closely, you'll notice certain hens spending more time together. Dust bathing side by side, foraging in the same spots, choosing nearby roosting places at night. These bonds offer comfort and security. This is Joey, a purebred Sussex, a British gentleman. Joey watches over his ladies, proud, alert and protective. The rooster isn't just noise at dawn. He's the guardian, the leader, the reminder that every flock has order. When a bird of prey passes overhead, he's the first to sound the alarm. When food is found, he calls his hens over before he eats a bite himself, a hen responding to his soft rhythmic tit-bitting call. He takes it on himself to show the hens good spots to lay an egg. He would sometimes even sit close by, supporting them when they're laying, and he would celebrate the loudest with them afterwards. Our duck Bubbles loves Joey, but he pays her no attention. Roosters have spurs attached to their legs that they use to fight with. Each time one of the chicks in the past turn out to be a male, known as a cockerel, and reach sexual maturity around 5 to 8 months of age and begin exhibiting adult behaviors like male dominance and aggression, they would take Joey, their own father, on for a fight. Sadly for them, they always lost. A horrific sight of blood running down their face, labored breathing and a bruised ego. I would place them in beefcakes, a cage built for troubled males, and start to find them a new home. Joey takes his role very seriously. A big, strong guy with a soft heart. We trim those spurs of his about once a year with bolt cutters. I once, actually twice, found Joey hanging upside down in the coop, completely relaxed after his spurs got stuck on the roosting bar. Poor guy. It's very hard to catch Joey. He's super fast. But when I do get a hold of him, I love to kiss his juicy cheeks. He really is such a sweetheart when you get to know him. Their language is a variety of different calls and sounds, and when you live long enough with chickens, you start to hear the subtle differences and begin to understand their language.
Oh, kitty pie. Menace.
A mother clucks low and steady to her chicks, teaching them safety. A sharp squawk warns others of a shadow from above or a stir in the bushes. Some coos pass between companions when they rest. Then, of course, there is the egg song, a loud cackle if someone is about to lay an egg, laid an egg already, or just celebrating with another hen. But a higher pitched and faster cackle means danger, and that is how they let everyone know, including me, who you'll see fleeing from upstairs with a stick in my hand ready to attack some predator. Then there's the tit-bitting, the sound Joey would make to call his ladies for food, the same sound a mother hen makes if she's found food for her babies. I know my chickens so well that I know who is crowing or making a specific sound.
Oh, my cutie. Dis Carib. That's Joey. And hopefully Hansie will also go up. That's Hansie. Cutie pie.
Every now and then, you get a chicken with a very unique, special, and even crazy personality.
Oh, you are such a classic, eh? What you saying? Huh? Yeah.
A rooster calls once, then again. His crow traveling. And because our neighbors also have roosters, you hear the crowing all morning across the valleys. The hens start to stir, soft rustling, gentle clucks rise like quiet conversation. Before the sun fully rises, the chickens are already awake. Their world begins with the sound of the rooster, a kind of announcement that the day has arrived and that life once again will go on. They're ready to be let out of the coop when the sun is fully out. I like to sleep in, just a tiny bit, like 6:30 at least in summer. The later the morning gets, impatience kicks in, and the louder the chatter gets in the coop to tell me to let them out. Breakfast is served. For years I gave them a poultry feed mix until they stopped eating the corn. I tried different mixes to no avail, and currently they're on a non-GMO certified organic pellet for egg layers.
Out of the house. No.
Ideally, we want the chickens to lay their eggs inside the coop. But if the baboons and mongooses steal their eggs, the hens will find a new place to lay eggs and start a nest. So over here, it's Easter egg hunting all year round. Fun fact, hens stand up while they push out their eggs. They lay about 4 to 6 eggs a week and usually take a break during winter when they shed their feathers, called molting, and then regrow their feathers. That takes a lot of energy.
You just see a box, you want to lay your egg there.
When a hen is broody, it means she has entered a strong maternal state and wants to sit on eggs to hatch them. A broody hen believes her eggs should become chicks, and her behavior changes noticeably. When a hen is broody, she will do the following: sit tightly on a nest for long periods, puff up her feathers and flatten her body over the eggs, make low growling or clucking sounds if approached, peck or protest when you try to move her, leave the nest only briefly to eat, drink, and dust bath, and stop laying eggs during this time. Once she is sitting on the nest, it takes 21 days for chicken eggs to hatch. After all these years, I'm still blown away to see them hatch. Eggs that we eat and don't really think much of, when fertilized and patiently sat on by a hen for 3 weeks, develop this beautiful life inside, and a chick emerges loaded and coded in its DNA, all the information needed in their little bodies to take them forward. Once you get to know chickens, you recognize their little habits and routines from the baby phase already. It is the absolute cutest thing. A hen stays in that broody state until her brood becomes teenagers and independent. They would either go off on their own, or she would kick them out of the nest by attacking them. Then her broodiness stops, well, until the next time. Some hens have been bred not to become broody. Like Rachel, she never became broody, and all her biological chicks after her. If that sounds confusing, it means Rachel would lay an egg, and one of the other hens would sit on that egg and hatch and raise that chick. There's something sacred about the way a hen tends her nest, turning each egg carefully. Unlike ducks, when a hen hatches her chicks, she becomes the gentlest of guides. Her patience is endless. Watching her reminds me how deep instinct runs, how love doesn't need to be spoken to be understood. She shows them where to find food, how to scratch the earth, how to hide when danger is near. They respond to her every sound, a chirp, a cluck, a soft trill. At night, they disappear beneath her wings, vanishing into her warmth like a living heartbeat. The chicks need this to survive the first few weeks until they are old enough and produce their own body heat. Chicken moms are extremely good moms. They dedicate all their time to their chicks and are very aware and careful around them. We only ever experienced a bad mom once. It was a teenage pregnancy and she abandoned her child at 5 weeks old, which is still way too young to be kicked out of the nest. This baby imprinted on me and I raised her until she was a little lady ready to be out in the big world. And raising her was one of the most special experiences of my life. I find chicks to be very resilient, more than ducklings. However, adult chickens are less resilient than adult ducks in my experience. They get all kinds of illnesses. In our experience, they have gotten water belly, which is a buildup of fluid in the abdominal cavity, making the chicken's belly look swollen, heavy or tight. It is terminal and not curable. A chicken with water belly may have a visibly swollen belly, walk awkwardly or stand wide-legged, sit a lot or seem very uncomfortable, have labored breathing, become lethargic and stop laying eggs, have a pale or bluish comb, which means she's not getting enough blood circulation. Water belly isn't a disease by itself, but a symptom of internal failure, most often involving the heart or liver, or strain from high egg production. There's a chance that some chickens were egg-bound and I thought it was water belly, but I will be more alert next time. Sour crop is another supposedly terminal condition. A chicken with sour crop has a squishy, swollen crop and sour, yeasty or rotten breath. You see, chickens have a crop where they digest their food, located at the base of their neck, just off to the right side of the chest. When it's full, you can grab it like a golf or tennis ball. My girl who passed away was in an advanced stage. I noticed it too late. She was hiding under the staircase and I thought she was hiding from the sun. And when I came home from work, she was still sitting there but blue in the face. Her breath smelled like puke and I did all the wrong things and she died very quickly. This is how I learned about sauerkraut the first time. Consequently, I have successfully treated sauerkraut by adding apple cider vinegar to their drinking water. I will keep the chicken in the house and watch what she eats, but only because I noticed her breath early enough. I made the mistake by putting 2 broody hens with their respective brood of chicks, and the one hen killed some of the other hens' chicks. And, well, so we learn. I mean, when it happened, I was a complete mess. Every time something happens to the chickens, I feel it's natural to blame myself, but I've been learning over the years not to be so hard on myself because I didn't know better then. But then I've learned and I'll just do better next time.
You don't think you had enough food by now, huh? Hello? Oh, you mama liefie. Mwah. Bye. Bye-bye. I gave you enough food. Go. Rachel. Go, you naughty bum. Oh. No, out.
By midday, when the sun is warm, they gather in the sand. This is part of their grooming routine, rolling and flapping and sending little clouds of dust into the air. What looks like play is really care. The sand keeps mites away. It cools their bodies and leaves their feathers light and soft. When they're done, they shake it out in a burst of violent dust. The little buggers sometimes do this inside the house. Watching chickens enjoying their sand bath is extremely satisfying. On a side note, chickens lay different color and size eggs depending on their breed. Chickens do not have vaginas or penises, but they have cloacas, an opening, also called a vent, by their bums where droppings are passed, eggs are laid, and reproduction occurs. Joey fertilizes the lady's eggs by climbing on top of them and exchanging a quick cloacan kiss. No footage due to respecting their privacy. Every evening, I watch them return home, and it feels like watching the world remember its rhythm. They ask for nothing more than food, space, and safety.
What's a chicken?
Well, that's a lie. I mean, as you know by now, Tamarind comes and insists on more food, a comfortable box to sit in and lay an egg, and all kinds of attention. And right now, Frankie is living in the house. Raising chickens isn't just about keeping animals. It's about keeping company with life itself. Their small world reflects the larger one: work, rest, care, and connection. In their simplicity, they show us how to live gently. As the day fades, they begin to return to the coop on their own. No one calls them in. One by one, they climb the ramp and settle in. Chickens naturally sleep in trees, so if the coop is closed, they'll find a tree to sleep in. And also hence why they need a roosting bar high off the ground to sleep on. Their balance is so incredible. They sleep just balancing on these bars. In summary, chickens are sweet, sweet animals, and I only wish the world can show them more respect. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I wish you a gentle year ahead. I wish you calm, peaceful moments and being more present. If you are not already doing so, please consider subscribing. I would love this channel to grow so I can make more of these videos. Till next time, bye.